Hi. You didn't see what you just thought you saw. I wasn't asleep. I wasn't touching it. Soap's mine. The water's paid for it. I can wash it as long and as fast as I want to. Get over it. There you go. I'm Scott. Welcome back to Adrenaline Fueled Firearms. And today we're going to talk about, as I like to call it, the elephant in the room. So you want to go big bore on an AR-15. And you're secure enough that you don't think you need to go 50 Beowulf. And you understand that what the military does is not always the smartest effing thing to do. So you don't want to go 458 SoCal. So let's talk about 450 Bushmaster. My personal favorite when it comes to your big bore AR-15 cartridges. And I'm going to tell you all why. Why? Well, you tuned in here while I was doing something else inappropriate, and I guess that means you kind of want to hear my opinion on this one. So this is what we're going to talk about. Okay. So I talk a lot about different calibers on the AR-15 platform because I don't like 223. Have I said that too much? Not in my opinion. So one of these possibilities for why you may not yourself be looking at 223 is maybe you want a hunting cartridge and you live in a state where it's got to be a straight wall cartridge or no good. By the way, 458 SOCOM is out in that case too, just FYI. Your choices are a little bit narrow there. As far as I know, most of those states don't have water buffalo or Cape buffalo or really big critters. So 50 Beowulf's probably not really necessary. So you're probably in the range of the 350 Legend or the 450 Bushmaster. Both straight wall cartridges. They're both going to put down something. But let's face it, sometimes you just want a little bit more than something in the 30 caliber range. So you got to step up a little bit. Where do you step up? 450 Bushmaster. Now, what's fun about this projectile, and I'm going to talk about it right now just because, when you're looking at 350 Legend, when you're looking at 450 Bushmaster, and when you're looking at a couple of other calibers, these were not traditionally AR-15 calibers. So a certain company that owns a ton of chain stores out there that starts with a W and sells hunting ammunition, but for some god-awful reason has determined that we will not sell assault rifles or assault rifle ammunition. Somebody reach out and tell the ATF that an AR chambered in 450 Bushmaster is not an assault rifle. Because guess what? Those same folks will sell, in fact, 100% no bull jive 450 Bushmaster ammunition. It's where I got this ammunition. This is post-COVID, current from the W place ammunition. Wasn't cheap. It's hunting ammo from the wall. So, blammo. 50 Beowulf. You ain't getting it from them, and good luck finding the stuff. Other than the fact that it kicks like an effing mule and will make you freaking miserable. But if you're a shoulder masochist or a recoil junkie or whatever you folks that just love big bore high recoil crap want to call yourself this month, I ain't hating on you. I got some 450 Marlin I want to do an AR-10 build for. I'm not allergic to recoil, but you know what? I'm not even going to get into what in the bot. We're going to talk about some 450 Bushmaster. That's what we're going to talk about right now. The ammo is more easily acquired and less expensively acquired than 50 Beowulf or 458 SOCOM. One of the reasons I like it, the recoil's lower, it chambers reasonably reliably, it's more fun to shoot, less expensive to shoot. Both of those two factors together means that you will shoot it more and you will train with it more. So, if ammo expense is a consideration, big bore, 450 Bushmaster. If shooting comfort is a consideration, same round, 450 Bushmaster. Cost per round, 450 Bushmaster. Availability, 450 Bushmaster. Recoil, 450 Bushmaster. Straight wall cartridge that you can hunt with when you can't hunt with a tapered wall, 450 Bushmaster. Reasonably inexpensive to acquire as far as an upper goes. Well, here's the elephant in the room. This is not a full product review by any stretch of the imagination. However, this is a 450 Bushmaster upper, which I acquired from Bear Creek Arsenal, which cost me under $400 shipped to the door. Now, I can't say that I couldn't do the same thing in 458 SOCOM or 50 Beowulf because, excuse me, 12.7 by 39. Because 50 is registered trademark, and I get it. The guys made it. Guys want to make their money out of it. Don't get me wrong. I like the idea behind it. I just don't like shooting it because it hurts and I'm a big sissy. But 450 Bushmaster, there are sources. 12.7, there are sources, but some of them are pretty freaking expensive. I think if you get a genuine Alexander upper, I think it's pushing $1,000. I may be wrong, it may be like $8, but I'm pretty sure it's only available as a full, and it's like $1,000 to $1,200, which was why that isn't what's in my gun safe. I've got a 12.7 manufactured by someone else. This particular unit here has had some work done on it by me. I stripped it down because I didn't like the handguard that was on it. And a really interesting thing that I'm going to hit on real fast, just because I do want to say that simply because you go with absolutely the cheapest provider possible doesn't necessarily mean you are going to get completely cheap junk trash. I saw a review, matter of fact, on the 450 Bushmaster upper made by Bear Creek Arsenal. It was probably one of their first ones. Guy dumped a mag or two through it on a fully auto lower, and the bolts on the the nuts, well, no bolts, the Allen head bolts on the gas tube extension on the bolt carrier group came unstaked and came loose. And he looked at it, and they were only single staked. This one, they were double staked. Even then, it's $400. Double check your stuff. Honestly, I think Bear Creek has moved beyond that issue. I purchased this upper just a couple years ago. I probably got 200-300 rounds through it. My BCG's double staked. Haven't had any problems with it coming loose. Haven't had an extractor break off or any silliness like that. And the reason I picked it up, and I want to, show you a little something on here. When you're looking at building your own from scratch, absolutely not from any parts whatsoever. Merry Christmas. Total scratch build. One of the issues you're going to encounter is your gas block. Majority of the readily available commercial gas blocks are like a little 2-screw Merry Christmas deal. That's not going to cut it with the big boys. You need to get your big boy pants on, look at a clamp on, look at one like Bear Creek Arsenal put on this one with six, let me say it again, 6 screws on the gas block. Okay, I pulled this turkey apart after I'd done the first 100 rounds through it and changed out the handguard and did some other stuff. You know what I didn't change out? I didn't change out the freaking gas block because it had 6 freaking screws from BCA. Why would you? Same barrel. Why play silly games when you don't need to? So I kept that 6-screw gas block on there that BCA sent me on their $300 full upper. And I've been totally happy with it. So I put some other toys on here. I don't have it set up for a suppressor yet because 450 Bushmaster, you need a 50 caliber suppressor, kids. I'm not monetized yet. That said, be sure to like and subscribe. I don't have any sponsors. That said, if you're the kind of person who's in a position to sponsor, I'm gonna brother up. Okay. 450 Bushmaster. I did a cheap NC Star red dot on it. I don't throw a bunch of ammo down range, and I'm not throwing it 250, 300 meters. I'm throwing 25, 50 meters, That's about what I throw 450 bush at. Not a heck of a lot of drop at 50. At 100, I don't like how much drop it has. But you know what? I don't know what 450 Bushmaster will put down, but I'm pretty sure it'll put down damn near anything in North America. And it's commonly available. So, look at the manufacturers of alarms on your cell phones. Look at the manufacturers of complete uppers and the components. Look at what you want to do. Do your research. If you're looking at big bore, I recommend going with 450 Bushmaster for the reasons I've already stated in the video. It's just, it is what it is, and it isn't the other two calibers. It's still big bore, it's readily available, straight wall cartridge, you can hunt with it. It's really all there is to be said. It's not 223, which is definitely goes in the pluses versus the minuses box. So do your research, figure out if you're going to build it, figure out if you're going to buy it, figure out how much it's going to cost, be prepared to train with it, because if you buy it, you don't train with it, it's not going to do you much good. Get your initial training, do your follow-on training, do your familiarization with your manual of arms, do all your happiness. Basically, it's an AR. Buttons are in the same spot, it's just a bigger thing. So, I hope everyone's enjoyed the video. I hope you like and subscribe to the channel. I hope to get some shooting videos up soon when we get some warm weather here in Missouri. And I hope that everyone who watched this video got something out of it. Watch a bunch of other videos by a bunch of different people. Do all your research there. Do your research on YouTube, Google, Rumble, OnlyFans. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Most of all, have a great day. Hope to see you back here again at Adrenaline Fueled Firearms. This has been brought to you by the money that was in my wallet before that isn't in my wallet anymore, and hopefully later I'll find somebody else's money to spend. Y'all take care. Bye.